What's going on, guys? MDLP from the Battle Axe, the strongman gym in Miami, where strength is everything. Bringing strength to the modern day Viking. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Um, was asked the question actually a few times today as I'm losing weight. Exactly what my focuses are. I guess this is more like a description of what I'm doing, which I hope helps other people in the same situation. If some of you don't know, I'm actually trying to lose weight to compete in the 200 class next year nationals in strongman. Um, I was weighing around 248, 255 off season, and I would compete at 231. I weighed in for two competitions, and I was walking around 240, 245, and bulking up maybe 4 weeks before to like 250. And I'm currently at 229, 228 on a good day if I don't destroy myself on the weekend. Some of the things I've seen personally in my body and stuff and my performance. I have obviously a little better conditioning as I'm not pushing a lot of body weight. I don't have my gut for strongman as much as I used to, so it's hard to shelf things. My power shelf is definitely down. Six packs are really nice, but I rather have a gut and help it pick up stones, like for stone carries, sandbag carries, even keg carries, and obviously continentals. It's kind of detrimental. As far as the log, I haven't seen any two mistakes like that or too many things in my way. What I have seen is that my pressing has been very difficult. I don't have the same mass that I would have to push up or the same amount of body weight to drive weight up over my head. My bench, I wouldn't say has gone down a lot, but definitely not having that same like fat back and big biceps and a bigger chest to just kind of use it to propel it. It's actually the pressing's been the biggest difference and the biggest challenges as far as losing weight. Obviously, I want to lose fat. I don't want to lose any muscle. I know that that's ideal, but shit happens along the way. I like to drink on the weekends. I'll cheat occasionally, but at least probably 4 to 6 days out of the week, I'm pretty on point. It's hard on the weekends now that I'm hanging with my rugby mates again, and it's one of those things where you have to accept reality, and obviously I like having a few beers and such. Uh, how I've been doing it, how I've been eating this, I know there's a lot of guys out there who do like a bulking phase. I only bulked heavily for my first show, which was novice and open weight. I ate everything under the sun to be as big and strong as possible. After that, I started eating better because I wanted to compete at a particular weight class. Now that I have to drop so low, because I am doing Muay Thai next year, and I also want to I feel like I'd be a lot more valuable as a 200-pound strongman than 231, because it took a lot for me to maintain that weight. It took a lot of food and effort and killing myself to stay above 245 when naturally my body wants to be somewhere in the low 220s, see if I can look jacked and tan at that body weight. The biggest thing, obviously, when you're dropping weight to keep your strength is your nutrition. Everyone's different. I'm not going to give you nutritional story or background on what you think or what I think you should do. Personally, I cut the carbs a little lower. I still eat carbs around my workouts, some in the morning, heavily after working out, and then that's pretty much it for me. That's how my body works. If I eat a decent amount of carbs, I will blow up, and I'll have this kind of like mass, but it will be detrimental for me to cut fat. For me personally, other people, no problem. I eat tons of protein, lots of fat and healthy foods, and obviously lots of hydration. Um, as far as strength and determining how I train with this stuff, what I'm trying to do now is increase my volume, um, keep the weight relatively heavy. I fluctuate between max effort, which is 5 reps and down, normally around between 1 and 3, but sometimes 5, and then bodybuilding stuff where I'll do heavy weights for 8 to 12, even 15. My accessory work is a lot higher. I'm doing a lot more leg work and back work with heavy dumbbells and as much as I can get. A lot of volume and a lot of reps to kind of burn as much fat and keep me strong. And my main movements have continued to stay pretty strong. Like I said before, my squats and my deadlifts are pretty solid for my weight comparatively, but my pricing's gone down. So if anybody is losing weight out there, I would suggest that your diet is probably the most important thing, as in everything. But if you're just a real person like me, where you're going to cheat on the weekends or that kind of business, I would highly suggest that you look into your training program and see where you can start to add some volume work in there, some conditioning, some more medleys or metcon work or any kind of thing like that. Get some sprint work in. I like to sprint on the rower. Do morning cardio. Just talking to Zach McCarley about this. Any suggestions that he had, and obviously that morning cardio on an empty stomach for about 20-30 minutes is really valuable. I'm trying to fit that into my schedule. It's kind of difficult to do that before clients, but so far the weight loss has been good, has been gradual, and I haven't been losing too much stuff. So obviously, if I can lose another 15 pounds by early next year, I'd be happy. And if you're not on really good gear, it's kind of a slow process, and it's the reality of the situation. You have to eat better, sleep more, and really kind of fuck around with your training program to see what works for you. So yes, you can lose weight and lose strength, but in the long run, mass moves mass. So what I'm trying to do is get to my weight as early as possible in the year, so that my body can get used to that size, that's what she said, so you can get used to that size, and start to regrow my strength, get back into it, let my joints and my tendons get used to that kind of weight and size, and then go from there. So I hope this kind of settles things down. I'm a little beat up from training this morning, a lot of overhead pressing, and I'm going to definitely take a nap, so that's huge. So hope this helps, and keep lifting heavy shit.